To his right. It's caught. Nelson. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive line and creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, but he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 1st down, Carr. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A Raiders 1st down. Carr hooking up with Cook. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half after this. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Hey, 7:34.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line.
7:34.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again.
4 down, 4 down. White. Right there. 54 white. Big stop, G. Go, Chief. 54 is Mike. 694.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. Carr now on first down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now Carr, and the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely, he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still... And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Out of his end zone, Prescott. And this one caught by Beasley. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On second down, Prescott again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. To the air again, Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
29.
The final shot here before half for Carr. Lets it go for Nelson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
A give to Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Prescott on first down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Prescott to throw it. Flushed out right. And he will go down inside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Bengal, Leon Hall. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Well, with that incompletion, let's look back, Charles, to the NFC title game. We had two excellent conference championship games, but on the NFC side, the Rams winning in overtime thanks to Greg Zuerlein. He had two huge kicks, but that was really overshadowed because afterwards, obviously, everyone talking about the no call.
Yeah, and we should be talking about Legatron. A 48-yarder to get them to overtime. The 57-yarder to win it in overtime.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off Byron Jones. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Prescott now, option right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense. Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Oh, how about this on first and goal? And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on second and goal. One man in the backfield, Elliott.
47.
He's going to get it running right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Here's Elliott. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now fourth and goal. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1. It's a keeper with Prescott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
29.
Now Carr. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw, it's Carr. On the move to his left. Lets it go for Nelson. This is caught inside the 15. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Raider 1.
They go play action here on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. And he's got his tight end, Cook, in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook from 4 yards out. And the Raiders get a score closer. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
Raider 1.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. So that one will be accepted. A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to fire one deep. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cole Beasley, 47 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, he kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job, execute it.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And his pass incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. The Raiders on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey! Down! Blue 80!
Shotgun now for Carr. And he finds Cook. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Get down! 180! Raider 9! Check, watch 54! Low!
Carr now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Check, 29!
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. He'll buy some time right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
That they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone.
808! Hey, Raider 2!
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. It's caught. Nelson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
OP!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
29!
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
694!
From the gun, Carr, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the Cowboys are able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing here, Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Intended that time for Cooper. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he will go down. Cowboys sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
His throw incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 17. Carr eluding the pressure right. They've got his man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
7:34, 93.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And this is caught at the 8. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jordy Nelson, 27 yards. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Back to throw. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Well, Prescott here to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now Prescott, a strong running. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Cooper was the intended target. Third down here. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Prescott to throw on 4th. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end. He kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Right. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. One final try now for Carr. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And Charles, in this one, the 4th quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Oakland.